If I can be so bold as to say that I had the opportunity years ago to tell a lot of the Sony techs what I wanted personally, what I felt was missing from the line. And I said, I want a fast, low light capable, wide angle lens for shooting the northern lights, shooting astrophotography. And this is what came out. The Sony 14mm f1.8 GM Prime. I feel in some capacity like this was made for me. Probably wasn't, but I love this lens. It has a max aperture of 1.8 f1.8, which basically allows for a shallow depth of field, but also super good low light shooting. Adjustable aperture ring and iris lock for professional aperture control. You're seeing this on all the new Sony lenses because you want to be able to have great video functionality. You want to just be able to have total control, right? Less buttons, less like scrolling. Something on the lens is really nice if you're a tactile shooter. 1 super extra dispersion and 2 extra low dispersion glass elements which reduce the chromatic aberration, meaning kind of the way that color filters into the corners of this lens. Basically, it has optimized glass, right? So when you're shooting in bright sunlight coming at you, or you're having lens flares, you're shooting with reflections, it's going to be able to kind of absorb a lot of that and give you the most realistic color process that you can see with your eye through the lens. Incredibly lightweight and compact, which is awesome. I wanted this personally for shooting in a water housing. That was really important to me, having something that I know would not be protruding that lens or that port further out. I wanted something that could fit in my camera bag and be on a wall shooting climbing, or a wide angle where I might be shooting a landscape. Any situation, this is kind of the lens that I feel like is my go-to for ultra wide angle shooting. Programmable focus hold button for multiple custom functions. Now that's a game changer as well. A programmable focus hold allows you to basically preset that focus and then go back to that exact spot. So if you're shooting something close and then you're shooting something far, you can kind of jump back and forth. This lens has probably more tech than I need. And again, jargon aside, all the tech aside, this is something that I find I'm always leaning into, whether I'm shooting surfing in the water and I want that wide angle to show the full barrel, or I'm on a climbing wall and I really want to show the fall off behind the climber. One of the most important things and why this is not a fisheye is because there's no distortion. Even though this gives you an incredibly wide perspective, it doesn't distort the edges of the lens. So something that has been created really for this specialty use case. Again, low light, shallow depth of field, the Sony 14 f1.8 GM Prime, absolute game changer.